Hey y'all, it's me, Jessica. So I'm looking at Reddit jobs and we have this person make a post and they say, it's really unfortunate, but they say, got interviewed by a guy who said cool beans, quote unquote, a few times, mocked me in the interview, and then said, I don't think you're qualified. How does that make you feel? So they further go on to say, his tone was hostile and I felt like I was in high school. Good Lord, I applied for an entry-level job and this guy was so rude and hostile to me over the phone that I actually canceled the scheduled interview. What type of person behaves like that? No wonder there's a worker shortage, quote unquote. This is just, okay, this makes me a little bit upset because look, as a job candidate, you're expecting to have a good experience having a conversation. A lot of times you're already nervous about an interview. I don't think interviews should be an interrogation. It really is a business conversation. So there's a lot of value that the candidate is bringing and there's value that the interviewer should be bringing as well. So let's break it down. I'm a recruiter, so it hits close to home. It's really sad to ever see a candidate have a bad experience like this. So you're saying that the interviewer, this guy, kept saying cool beans. Now that to me is not a red flag that they said cool beans. In my mind, it could just be that they have a filler word that happens to be cool beans. For others, it may be okay or all of these different things that we say to fill space. So for them, it could just be cool beans, but it also could mean that they were just being more casual during an interview, which is not always the best. You know, it can make someone feel a little bit more comfortable, but it can make others feel like you're being too casual with them if they're expected to be professional with you. So I would love to hear them talk more about how they mocked them during the interview. That's just upsetting, you know, to have someone mocking you in an interview. Now, for them to say, I don't think you're qualified, that is understandable. But to follow up with how does that make you feel? That is a mocking. I don't get the tone just because I'm not seeing this play out. But I could imagine if someone told me, I don't think you're qualified, how does that make you feel? Well, it doesn't make me feel that great, right? Now, I have told job candidates, hey, I see that you're missing this skill and this skill. Can you tell me more about, you know, if you have experience here, or the requirements are that we need a person that does X, Y, and Z or has done X, Y, and Z. Can you tell me if, you know, if I'm missing anything in your background? Is there anything else you'd like to provide for me? This would be a gap. I'll have to, you know, see if we can even move forward. If I know that we can't move forward, if there's a required skill that's the end all be all, then I'll just let them know like, hey, this wouldn't be the best match for you, and just let them know that instead of leaving them in limbo. But for them to just say, how does that make you feel? I don't think you're qualified. How does that make you feel? That does come off rude. You know, it's pretty rude. Now, the other points in here, his tone was hostile. I don't like that. Felt like I was in high school. It was an entry-level job. Like, so come on, give the person a break. So for entry-level jobs, most likely you haven't gone on so many interviews. You don't have a ton of experience. So why this whole, I don't think you're qualified bit? Well, a lot of entry-level folks are not going to have a ton of experience. And, you know, they're saying the guy was rude and hostile again. So they said that they were hostile twice. So they canceled the scheduled interview. So I don't know if they were planning to do a follow-up interview. So this guy interviews, then schedules another one. I think they were completely right. If they felt really uncomfortable with someone that works at the company, and who knows, sometimes you're interviewing with a recruiter, other times you're interviewing with a hiring manager as your first call. And that would be the person most likely that you're reporting into and who would be your manager. So if this person is mocking you during an interview, that can be a glimpse into what you would have if you actually were offered that job and worked at that company. I think you made the right choice. And I really do think that job seekers should feel comfortable during an interview saying, if they don't feel comfortable, letting that person know, like, I'm feeling uncomfortable during this interview, and tell them why. Or to just say, you know what, thank you for your time today. I would not like to move forward with this process. Thank you again for your time. Good luck on your search. Whatever you want to say, be respectful in any case, but just let them, don't even move forward with that interview and just say, hey, I no longer want to be a part of this interview process. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a great day. Because you don't have to go through this. An interview should be a two-way conversation. It is not a conversation that just benefits the company or the hiring manager or interviewer. It should also benefit the candidate. So I'm really sad to see this, and I know that even from my experience, there's been a lot of candidates that have been super thankful for just providing them a really seamless, easy conversation and interview experience. And I just think that I'm doing my job, but then I see examples like this where people are out here having really bad interview experiences. And I can say for myself, I have had one experience that wasn't horrible, but where someone asked me a personal question about my religion, and I had to tell them, you shouldn't be asking that question. So I got a glimpse of it, but I know that just from things I see online that, oh my gosh, people are really having some bad situations. So for folks that are recruiters, interviewers, hiring managers, you have to treat people the right way. You can't expect people to want to work for your company if you're being rude and hostile during an interview. And yes, you could be stressed out or something, but don't bring that into the interview. I would prefer someone reschedule with me than be rude and hostile if you're just having a bad day. Or learn to turn it on, turn it off. Breathe, let it go, and make sure you're giving the best experience to that person that you're talking with. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think this person did the right thing. Move on. It's probably a great thing that you found out early on what this potential could be if you actually worked at a place. So I'm just really sad to hear it. But anyway, I just wanted to break this down. Let me know if you want me to do more breakdowns like this of content I see on Reddit. I normally go out on Reddit just to hear what folks are saying about the job seeker process, interviews, resumes, all of that good stuff, just so I can be able to talk about it or even answer questions directly on Reddit. Because I have seen it both sides. I've had 15 different jobs. I have worked as a recruiter since 2013, 2014, and I get it. I get the difficulty of interviewing and also being the interviewee, I guess. But anyway, let me know what you think. Do you agree with this person that said they just had to, cancel the scheduled interview? Do you think they did the right thing? Would you have said something during that interview to the interviewer? Do you side with the interviewer and think that there's more at play here? Or maybe the person was just being sensitive? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. So let me know, and I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.